I will continue now with the New Yorkers, and I think you're going to find this one. We have Frank Brents here, and he made his living by being a magician. How many years did you do this?
35 years.
35 years. You get paid regular?
Yeah,
Okay.
I started when I was 11 years old, and I turned professional when I was 40.
What'd you do between 11 and 40?
I'd rather not talk about it. I had a different career.
Okay, all right. No, there's
And,
nothing wrong with that, because sometimes you never know that you enjoyed it that much until it. Now, here are some pictures that'll take us back in time, and this is what we're going to talk about is the old television days. Here is Frank with Bozo the Clown, which was, every market had Bozo the Clown in. Was this in New York or what city?
New York.
And
Yeah.
who was the guy playing?
I have
Bozo?
no idea.
He never gave you the name, huh?
No.
All right, very good. And then you're also on the network, CBS, and I don't know how many people remember this show, but that used to be the
Yeah, I did
famous
16 of those. Yeah.
16 shows. Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah, Captain Kangaroo always said his wife liked me. He never said he liked me.
I know, he was very, his thing, he was always insecure, always somebody to take his role away from him.
Oh, yeah?
And he built the character. I said, I don't know why he was in such fear. And what year was this?
Oh, it was back in about 1965, 66, somewhere.
This when I came to New York City. And then you had a person who discovered you, which I think you're going to recognize.
After he went off the air.
After he went off the air.
So I did some fundraisers with him.
Oh, he did? Okay.
He used to say, why weren't you on our show?
Yeah, he did quite a job up there at the Ed Sullivan Theater. There you go. And then, of course, this is supposed to be your the trick.
Yeah, that's what kept me working.
So
That's what paid the bills.
That paid the bills on a regular basis, okay. Yeah. Now, what was this all about? I mean, you had your duck.
His name was Geronimo. He was the world's most famous duck.
Geronimo.
Yeah, the disappearing duck.
So now, how did you get Geronimo around the world?
Well, I auditioned for an agent in Paris. And then he began to book me in Europe and Asia, South America.
Well, did you take him on a train? You take him on a plane?
I took him on trains, planes.
Well, how did you travel? On a cage or something?
I had a kennel. He traveled in a kennel.
But he came in the passenger part of the...
No, he traveled with the baggage in there.
Oh, he did? Okay, same on an aircraft?
Aircraft. And on trains, I carried him in the cabin with me on trains.
Oh, okay. So now...
we got put off several trains.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he cracked too much or what?
No, some trains, all of a sudden they passed a law in some states in Europe, countries in Europe, that only things on trains were dogs, cats, and monkeys. And nothing else could get on trains.
You got to go out and do some lobbying.
Yeah.
But how long did Mr. Ducky live?
A duck will live 20 years.
20 years.
But I never kept a duck longer than 2 years.
2 years.
Because they didn't want to do that.
Well, they're upstaging you or what?
No, they didn't want to do that. So I retire them and get a new duck.
Oh, you got hoity-toity on you?
No, I felt sorry for the poor duck living in bathrooms and kennels and stuff, and I let them go. And I get a new duck.
Would you take them down to the local park or what?
Oh, I got stories.
I bet you got. Thanksgiving dinner?
No. When I was working in London, I put 14 ducks in St. James Park, which was illegal.
They didn't catch you, did they?
I could go out there in the middle of the night and let them go.
Okay.
I get another duck.
Well, that's one way to get rid of the inventory.
I had 3 ducks with me at one time in Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to come home, and I tried to give them to the zoo.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't take them. So that night, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I threw them over the fence.
You have no loyalty whatsoever.
Well, let them go. They want to be ducks. They don't want to be in show business. You know?
They don't want to be in show business?
No, they want to be ducks.
I mean, in front of the spotlights and the whole bit? No?
Mm-hmm. I've got ducks all over the world, you know.
But now, wait a minute. How do you train a duck?
You don't.
You just give it a kick in the rump or what?
No, you just use the duck, and after a while he gets used to it, and he learns the routine, you know.
Oh, he will learn the routine.
Oh, he'll learn the routine. Yeah.
And how did the routine work? I mean, you just pop up on the screen?
Well, you've seen magicians make birds come out of handkerchiefs?
Yeah.
Well, I make the duck come out of a handkerchief.
Okay.
And then I put him in a little case, a little box.
Yeah.
And he disappears, you know.
And he lays down and flips underneath someplace and gets out of the way?
And I've had this in many languages. I don't understand the language, but I know what they're saying when they come up to me. They're saying, "Where's Geronimo?" You know? He disappears and nobody ever knows where he is.
Did you ever have a reluctant duck that tried to get away from you?
Oh, they all try to get away in the beginning, you know.
But you were the feeder.
You draft them, you know. So
You draft them.
they got nothing to say about
Well,
it.
but you feed them regular, so
Oh
they,
yeah,
they
you
know
feed
that
them
you're
and
the
take care of them.
master.
Oh yeah. In 2 weeks, they're friends, you know.
They're friends. They like
Yeah,
you, and
yeah,
and you're it. And then the real one here, you went off to Monte Carlo.
Yeah, I worked there twice,
Okay.
and
And this is a real collector's item.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can you zoom in more on this?
that's the program from one of the dinners I performed.
This is the royal family of Monaco, and of course this is Grace Kelly and the prince and their 3 children. And what year was this?
I have no idea. It's before she died. Look, it all runs together after a while. You know.
Okay, you say so, Frank. You know, we'll go along with that. But no, this looks like the boy is
in the 70s, sometimes in the 70s.
Yeah, the boy is 16. So yeah, the girls, yeah, I would say in the 70s.
70s, something
So
like
how'd you
that.
get booked there?
Well, I was working in the Monte Carlo Hotel. They had a big extravaganza show there, and sort of like a Vegas kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they come around and said, Grace Kelly is doing a fundraiser. You want to volunteer?
Volunteer? let me volunteer. Let me volunteer in the vault.
Yeah, if I don't volunteer, I know I won't come to Monte Carlo again. So.
But then what you should have had them do then, if you volunteered, you say the requirement is for her to sign the picture.
Well, I didn't know she was going to
be there.
I was the headliner in the show.
Oh, you were the headliner. Oh boy, you must have cost a fortune.
Yeah. You were drafted.
I know. I understand that. Okay, but if she was have been there, they would have been very nice of the producer to have her sign
Well, they
the
said
picture.
she was coming backstage to say hello, but she never did.
No, they get people would mob her too much. So, in reflection of your whole career, would you do it again?
Yeah, I would do it again. I'd like to go back and revisit the places I worked without working. Just go back and
okay.
sit
Did you save your money? Huh?
Some,
huh? You didn't live well, no.
Uncle Sam got most of it.
Oh yeah, well he's very anxious, as you know. But
I got stories about that too.
I bet you do. The big story is, what do you think of the musicians now that are in Las Vegas? They're putting the big shows on. Have Ron seen them?
Oh yes, I'm responsible for some of them having the jobs they have.
Okay, you can now name drop.
I helped train Lance Burton.
Oh really?
He's my hometown, you know.
Oh
Louisville,
really?
Kentucky, yeah.
Okay, so
and I was there a year ago, and he had me stand up in the audience and introduce me as being the person that helped him get where he is.
So you know all of his secrets and all his tricks then?
Yeah, all magicians know all the tricks.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, all magicians know everything.
Oh. So in other words, what they do is just modify them.
We modify, we re-routine, tell different jokes, but it's all the same techniques.
Well, what are these 2 guys? The big guy and the little guy. What's their name?
Ziegfeld and Oh, you mean Penn and Teller?
Penn and Teller.
They're nuts.
They're nuts?
They're nuts. Yeah. They think they do the wildest. They take the tricks and make wild scenarios with them. You know?
Right. Have you seen their act?
I've seen their act. Oh yeah.
Do you go out to Vegas often to go see?
No, I've only been to Vegas that one time.
I thought you'd be out there to find out what they're up to.
No. We have a organization here called Magical Nights.
Yes.
And we produce a show called Monday Night Magic. It's been running for 8 years here in New York.
Where is this?
It's a whole playhouse down in the village.
Oh, really?
And it's been running 8 years. We have magicians from all over the world come to perform there. And Penn and Teller have been there to work.
Oh, really? Is this like an audition, or is it a private party?
No. It's open to the public. We sell tickets. And it's been running 8 years. Magicians from Sweden, from Japan, from everywhere. It's the place to work on the East Coast now.
Oh, really? Yeah. And you're the owner?
No, I'm one of the producers. There are 5 of us.
Okay, I just want to make sure we get that.
I'm the oldest and the minor producer.
So what do you do with your retired time?
Mostly I sleep.
Sleep?
Sleep.
You got to get out and walk.
Yeah.
And eat the proper foods.
Yeah.
So what do you think of our musicians today? They're good?
They are very good. They have new ideas, and they make 5 times the money we used to make. Just like ball players, make big 5 times the money.
Big money. And you like to read English murder mysteries, Sherlock Holmes?
Sherlock Holmes. I like British murder mysteries because there's no violence.
Yeah.
The body's on the floor. Who
Right.
done it?
Well, that's how Law and Order starts.
Huh?
That's how Law and Order starts. The body's on the floor.
Yeah, but now we have fighting and shooting and
Oh yeah,
car
well
chases.
that's all that.
Yeah.
Are you married and got children or what?
Yeah, I have 2 children. They live in North Carolina.
And they're the musicians too?
No.
What do they do?
Well, my son considers himself a computer guru,
Okay,
and my daughter, she's a medical assistant.
medical assistants. So they go into showbiz. And is your wife still with you?
No.
Yet? She passed on or something. All right, it was very nice. Frank Brents, and we're going to get some footage of you doing your thing down there in Soho. What's the name of the theater?
Soho Theater,
Soho Theater.
Soho Playhouse.
And it's located whereabouts?
13 Van Dam Street.
13 Van Dam. And Monday nights, what time?
Monday Night Magic, 8 o'clock every Monday night.
And the ticket is?
Ticket's $32.50.
Oh, good.
And telephone number?
Yes, you can put that?
718.
Yeah.
5.
Wait a minute. The theater's in Manhattan. Why is 718 number?
Well, that's where the office is.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me write it down. 718.
718.
Yeah.
575.
575.
1349.
Okay. 718-575-1349. If you want to be a magician or see how it all works, Monday nights, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
In the Soho Theater. Okay?
Okay.
Now you get going there. All right, we're going to continue with our next guest on the New Yorkers right after that.